Okay, we got, let me show you real quick. While the sanding video was uploading, I went ahead and started putting primer on, which is called High Hiding Gray All-Purpose Primer, Power Primer, All-Purpose Power Primer, Sherwin-Williams, and it's High Hiding Gray, and look at it, okay? Let's see. So far, this is what I got. Okay. Let's see. Okay. It looks a lot nicer in here already. So, what I noticed was that, I'll show you this. It is the exact, now can you see this? It is the exact same color almost as this moon on the Lunatic Lullaby song. So, what I'm going to do is put that next to my computer and see if we can put that soundtrack into the pantry room finishing of the painting, and then I'm going to see if I have anything that comes up that we need to talk about towards the end of the day. Okay, I was going to tell another story about the mental institution, okay? Now, there is a man named Steven who had a bloodshot eye on the left side. And I think right before I was about to leave, I said, I do not think that whatever happened to your eye is a good thing. But I do think that it might be a spiritual message because of what happened to my eye after in Colorado, whenever I got strangled, that being on the left side and that him being there was an indicator to me that the bad thing that happened before was not going to happen again. And I said, I don't know if that makes sense to you, and he said that it made perfect sense to him. So I wanted to bring that up too, about him being there, and that I had that memory today to remind me of that. So I want to include these little things in these talks so that I can continue going forward. And also, I think that I had that thought today because of getting fearful about my relationship with Ren, wondering if it's gonna actually keep going and growing, and how it's gonna evolve. And so I had that thought, and I think that was a reminder to me that the bad thing is not gonna happen again. So that means that we could be successful. So that's a positive thing. So we will start. What do we want to do? Let's start at the top here. Okay, not going to be able to see that part, but I'll start over there and work my way down. And here in the background, now of course you can hear these fans going, but I'm going to set this real close to the computer, the Lunatic Lullaby, and we're going to add some music to these exercises. Include Ren. include Ren in being able to see me, and include the Ren's and how would you say that? Ren's beautiful music into the experience, combine our stuff, and see how that grows. Once again, look, exactly, pretty much, I think it's almost exactly the same color. It kind of looks like periwinkle blue is what I would say, but little moon. There you go. It's close anyway, very close. Might even play that word once.
I remember swinging like a pendulum by my umbilical cord. The surgeon held me up proudly like a prized fish, and all I could think was put me back. Put me back. To be violently ejected from the safety of the room into this Tartarian nightmare felt cruel. I looked up at my mother, once my home, and now the orchestrator of my exile, and I felt deserted. I feel this feeling again, with everyone that I'd ever loved. I remember summoning a burst of air from my diaphragm, and it ripped through the tightly strung fibers of my vocal cords, and I made a terribly repugnant sound. A giant ugly gloved hand hoisted my tiny writhing body onto a sterilized surface and began hacking at my umbilical cord with a stainless steel scalpel. Who were these barbarians that would sever me from my one avenue of nourishment? I was passed back to my mother, and she looked down at me, and she smiled. How can you smile at a time like this? What is this world? I quickly realized that I did not belong here. The one thing that brought solace, that brought peace, was the rhythmic beat emanating from my mother's harmonic. I remember it clearly now. It beat like a metronome. Steady. Rhythmically. And all of a sudden, I could hear music. Yeah. I could hear music. And in that music, I could hear the heartbeat of the universe. Primal, connected, formless yet with form. Empty spaces filled with bursts of matter. And I was enamored. I was in awe. I was at the altar of gods. I knew I had to pursue this feeling every day, or I would surely die.
Looking to hire expert freelance talent fast? Welcome to Fiverr. Search for the services you need. Use filters.
Alright, let's go ahead and put that one on there too. Yeah. Let's have it.
If I don't wake tomorrow morning, empty shoes on the side of the hall, and if my number is stops calling, picture frames hanging up by the door, you try to retry it and hold on to the little things, but they slip away. But it's okay, 'cause I had a hell of a time. Know that I had the time of my life. So remember me and smile. All of the souls heading back home down a one-way road. So it goes until the casket's closed. And if you get that sinking feeling, thinking about the time we shared, I hope it helps you with your healing. Knowing that I wasn't scared, I savored everything. I pressed the wood up against my skin. I was lucky, I guess. I always found the beauty in the mess. You gotta hold on to the little things, but you gotta let go just a little bit. When another one goes, won't find their wings, then they'll find their way home, little take and give. Into the unknown and the changing tides. The sun sets low on an endless sky. So much we don't know, I don't know why, but I'll be fine, 'cause I had a hell of a time. Know that I had the time of my life. So remember me and smile. All of the souls heading back home down a one-way road. So it goes till the casket's closed. Raise a toast as the curtains close and the sunset fades to black. So the story goes, we all walk with ghosts, no one-way tickets back. The casualties of our memories that slip right through the cracks. All the inside jokes and the times we spoke will stay frozen in the past. You gotta hold on to the little things, but you gotta let go just a little bit. I guess we'll never know what tomorrow brings, but just know you're not alone in the thick of it. I know it feels cold when the casket's closed. Stories untold on a headstone. For those who grow old, it'll fly by in the blink of an eye. So we'll have a hell of a time. Know that we'll have the time of our lives. like the law. The teachers don't know much at all, and it's all the same. Empires rise and empires fall. As we wander through the darkness, die upon this hill, and the only pill we swallow is the one that made you ill. In this virtual reality, it's hard to see what's real. There's something left worth saving, I'm holding on to still. The doctor is your local dealer. Banker cuts himself a check. The politician you believe in is never around, just empty promises and death. As we wander through the darkness, we'll die upon this hill, and the only pill to swallow is the one that made you ill. In this virtual reality, it's hard to see what's real. There's something left worth saving that hasn't yet been killed. Where do we go? We're bound by the chains. When the tide gets low, I'll wait for the waves. Instead I learn to let go, with hope for change. When the world is an asylum, how do you stay safe? Yeah, the times change, but it's still the same thing played out on a constant loop. As the wars wage on the centerfold stage, and the storyline's nothing new. While we draw lines in the sand, decided by the chosen few, just for something to believe in, anything will do. And we throw spears over counterfeit fears, while the kings and queens all watch. Brothers shed tears, but it falls on deaf ears in a land that God forgot. Still we pray on through the hangman's rope and lose sight of what was lost. All for something to believe in, and was it worth the cost? As we wander through the darkness, we die upon this hill, and the only pill to swallow is the one that makes us ill. In this virtual reality, it's hard to see what's real. There's something left worth saving that hasn't yet been killed. Where do we go? We're bound by the chains. When the tide gets low, I'll wait for the waves. Instead I learn to let go, with hope for change. When the world is an asylum, how do you stay safe? Shalom, shalom, shalom. In the dying of the light, there's a chance to be reborn. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Mother reaches for the needle. The baby's lost before it wakes. Without guidance for the people, it's all the same. Walls are built, walls will break.
Hi, I'm Mother Nature. Have you ever wondered how Wayfair verifies its outdoor furniture sets against little old me?
Okay. Did I get to the bottom?
collapse out. Driving across that county line. Once I do, I won't look back. Daylight knocking at my door. Step into the sun and ties of peace I'll go. Instigator. 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 Steady with it, like machete with it, heavy with it, shred and kill it. But wait a minute, are you ready with it? Where we did it? Welcome to the clinic, comma surgeon, cotton lyrics, and raising spirits in this motherfucker. Step to the rhythm, shovel, treble, and bass. This culture is a breeding ground for my mistakes. I pray for the better way to waste my time. Don't wait until tomorrow when I take what's mine. Cold, and calculated, that's the instigator. Not intimidated, I'm a force of nature. Fate dictates a place where the penny will drop. Heads roll, calm, let the guillotine chop. Selling dollars for a ride. Watch the world collapse out. Driving across that county line. Once I do, I won't look back. Daylight knocking at my door. Step into the sun and ties of peace I'll go. Instigator. Like the cig with the dead eye for the headshot. Feds watch, we the sickest puppies in the pet shop. They ain't fucking with the sick boy on the web drum. Hell nah, we don't whack jobs with the mice force. Strike first, the attack dogs, we ignite wars. Run things from a dark cell to the psych ward. Choke them to death with the mic cord. See, I went to battle in Athens. I spilled the blood of Olympus. Stepped through the ashes of castles and torn asunder. My critics still read me on the hieroglyphics. Wicked blood is my witness, then turned and murdered them for witnessing like government business. Don't give a fuck about riches, the power, money, you bitches. There ain't a thing I got in common with the one of you bitches. I just want blood on the fucking blade that I stuck in you bitches. And get a workout shovel in the grave I dug for you bitches. Well, selling dollars for a ride. Watch the world collapse out. Driving across that county line. Once I do, I won't look back. Daylight knocking at my door. Step into the sun and ties of peace I'll go. Instigator. Sweet defeat, the sweetest one. Pick your poison from the vine. Win or losing, I don't mind. I just came to see all of it falling apart, and I watch as it burns. Instigator. Oi. Instigator. Instigator. I got tears on my sleeves, hold on, and holes in these jeans, hold on. I haven't slept in weeks, hold on. I haven't found no peace, hold on. I get my teeth tied, hold on, and these tears run dry, hold on. To bloodshot eyes, hold on, and to bloodshot eyes. I don't belong here, in a place where life has left me. I'm 25 going on 150. My body feels old and I'm trying to lift it. Waiting for my soul, but it's moving against me. I've emptied out my tear ducts, I lit my middle finger up, I'm screaming fuck you to all the demons here that keep me stuck. The pain is sharp like paper cuts, I hate the much, but yes I trust. I must combust, I must blow up, I must roll this garbage up. Boom, sparks fill the room. I'm feeling the rhythm I move. My soul is more born than the souls in my shoes. Nike trainer blues, a man with none to lose. I think I lost my sanity, calamity in shoes. Poor choice maker, I rip out the pages of fate, then I roll them up like pizzle of paper. Take a lung full of destiny, a man with no part is a very strange entity. Tears on my sleeves, hold on, and holes in these dreams, hold on. I haven't slept in weeks, hold on. I haven't found no peace, hold on. I get mighty tired, hold on, and these tears run dry, hold on. Two bloodshot eyes, hold on, two bloodshot eyes. Do you ever question your fate? The questions I make, is this all predetermined, the script or a play? Am I the protagonist in this tragedy, or will I be the author of stories unmade? If so, I'll dip in my quill to my ink pot, keep on writing, never stop until my beating heart it flops. I write a whole different story. Scene one, a boy full of hope, a boy full of glory. Here's there's not much of the top. Would rather be top with my liver smoothie that butter, but not so bitter and cutter. But so I sit up and shut up. It's like a litter, but struck up the coverage, left the rock up, and now I'm feeling the ruckus, feeling the static, and now I'm feeling the flames, and now I'm feeling the strength. Cause I'm living with my pain, my boxing gloves, and my hope that I trust to bust and uppercut, cut my demons up. Boom like a tsunami, smooth like a punani, bend the words like Origami, Salvador, I be the Dali, only love like Bob Marley, golden ticket, call me Charlie, riding Harley, spending Gali, Tally, star, call me Arnie. And I cut the slack, track your facts, relax, you're in the beast, and then seek your inner peace, and I'll reach the canopies, and yes, we climbing, building a brave new world inside a whole new design. And with all this fire, we burn like the sun, a new dawn is rising, a new dawn it comes. Yeah, diggity down with all these corporations, they burn up the land for the greed that they run, run deep with the roots can be lifted. I'll reach a renegade, yes, I make a fist kick, try to see truth in the kingdom of lies, a boy so lost with two bloodshot eyes. Tears on my sleeves, hold on, and holes in these dreams, hold on. I haven't slept in weeks, hold on. I haven't found no peace, hold on. I get mighty tired, hold on, and these tears run dry, hold on. Two bloodshot eyes, hold on, and two bloodshot eyes. Ha, ha, ha. Hold on. Hold on. Ha, ha. Hold on. Hold on. Two bloodshot eyes. Hold on. Hold on. And two bloodshot eyes.
I'm not going to.
Ready to make
Okay, we're still going. We're still painting. Okay, I'm going to talk about this. The music a little bit. Let's see. You want to look at me? There's how much we got left. Okay, I'm going to get that part up here at the top. Right there. Okay, and here's what we're going to talk about. Does it seem like I'm really excited? I do not. I'm not going to appear like I'm always looking excited and giddy and all of those things because I get so nervous about what's going to happen or what is happening. Like I was trying to see, I'm starting to get a little tripped up on my words. When I was trying to think about it earlier, I was thinking that I am so scared that I have put all of this information about myself on the internet, and it's going to be another thing where I don't get to be with the person who I did that for. And so that's my reminder with what I said about the same thing is not going to happen as it happened before, because I guess that's what I get most scared about. I do not want to be dedicating all of my time to be working and like getting all kinds of wrapped up in thinking about somebody, and then to have to move or to have that transferred to another person. My heart and my mind and my body cannot handle doing something like that ever again. It's been too much for me, and so I guess that kind of got into my head about thinking about the word trick the fox earlier, because I don't want anything to be about a trick ever. I mean, it's too much to be trying to get through all of these things that we've had to get through, on top of the fact of, I mean, a lot of these things have been done with the imagination of thinking about each other before we've gotten to be with each other, but it still has a huge effect on the mind. And so the question that you know that came up about why was it talked about virtual reality and what does that mean to me? Well, I've been thinking about the idea of virtue. Virtual sounds like virtue. So I think it was an opportunity to give us a way to work through some things so that we could have a better chance of success. That's really my opinion. But that doesn't mean that I don't ever get scared. And when I get scared, I'll tell you what, I'm not actually feeling totally like myself. So there might be some days where I'm able to dance around and seem all peppy, and then if I get anxiety, you will not see that person come out. But another thing, which I know happens to me, is when I get so fed up of how things are going, sometimes I just snap and kind of act like a little bit wild because I've just had too much. And I go through different types of phases with that. But my definition of being wild is that I just stop. I mean, it's like you do the opposite to what the situation would normally cause. Which is kind of, I guess, you're rebelling against it. Like, if you're upset and you don't want to be in a situation and you sort of break out into a song and dance in an unexpected place, or you just do things that are out of the typical way that a normal person would respond to it. Okay? You get fed up about things. Let's see. Okay, we're going to stick it out through this. That's our task. Even though it seems like it might be taking a long time to be on the video camera, that's what we're doing today. Now, do I want to discuss any of the songs right now? I'll tell you what I really like. One of the parts that I really like about Lunatic Lullaby is him calling himself a prized fish. That, like, I also like I really like the way the heartbeat monitor goes with the metronome and how that sound is, and I really like it the way he says repugnant. Let's see. I don't know how many times I've listened to that song. But don't know if I necessarily know what playing it cool is. I know what it feels like to be so nervous that you kind of freeze up in your speech or your body movements because you're nervous. You're nervous, you're nervous, you're nervous. I also know how it feels to keep, getting up and giving it everything that you've got, even though you are nervous. Even though you sometimes feel like maybe it wasn't your best that you could do. Being your best is not always the appropriate way to be. Sometimes the appropriate way to be is to figure out what is most yourself and what is most honest in a situation. And if what is most honest is discussing why you're acting weird or feeling uncomfortable, then that's you. That's you. Okay? If you're not able to get into dancing and singing at a particular time because you're overwhelmed, whatever it is, that's you, and that's what you want the person. That's what I want Rin to know about me. That I can't always be the fun one or the most chilled out person because that's not really my personality. If I seem quiet, then you know what? Either I don't have a lot on my mind or I'm nervous. I don't think quiet is my typical self, but I can be talkative when I'm nervous too. So I don't really know about that. But it's right now I am really into Fred Again, the song. I admire Rin a ton in that song, okay? And I'll tell you why, because he seems like he has no inhibitions and just lets it go, and it's like it makes me feel like melting in an emotional way, and it makes me feel like melting in a sexual way. So I've been listening to that song a lot. It's just how that's a good one, man. That's a good one. We should play that one here in a minute when I sit down on the floor. I don't and I've always kind of wanted to be able to do that, to just let my voice go like that and be so into it that it's just intense. Now, Rin, I am talking about you more than talking to you. You have something to say here. Tell me something deep. Tell me something current. So, okay, you're not feeling very talkative. Come on. What subject matter do you want to get off of? Shut up. That does not sound anything like you. Okay. So, here we go. So, the dare today, the daring thing to do is sing along with Fred Again And that's going to be my bravery. It makes me really nervous.
Still
But-
thinking about your app idea? So-
Okay, here we go. We might just listen to it several times because I don't think I have anything else to say.
Sailing in the chopper road, killing like we vultures. I became a queen and I roll with them brothers. 20 line, I eat 9, that's what's up. Brow, brow, on command, how sick come on another.
Canada.
'Cause there ain't no love in the jungle. Ain't no, ain't no, oh, ain't no love in the jungle. Ain't no, pull me out of this.
Beautiful.
Everybody on a little mission. Money makes it go, missing. I get anyone in or Insta. Everybody, leave me alone. Her boobies getting lifted. She wanna get lit, fucking up, bottling. Everybody, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Courage my soul. It won't be very long. Though the night is dark, it keeps me holding on. God bless my soul. It won't be very long. Though the night is dark, it keeps me holding on. I've been lost, I've been lost for a while. But I'm really trying. I've been lost, I've been lost for a while.
But I'm really trying.
I've
I've been lost for a while. But I'm really trying. I've been lost. But I'm really round up the dogs. But, you see, little moments of, what did I say that I wanted to do today? I'm spilling paint on the floor. Quit! No, guys. That's enough. Okay? Goodness. But quit barking at me. I'm almost finished. Okay? So what did I say that I wanted to do today? I said that I wanted a experience for Ren and I to get closer together. Right? So I think we succeeded in that mission. Okay? A little bit of honesty, a little bit of doing some long construction videos where we're nervous and wondering if or how things are going, and appreciating each other and being who we are. Those are good things. Those are all good things. And you don't have to be perfect at anything when you first started. I like to talk about whenever I first started doing construction. I was so embarrassed. I didn't even know how to work a ratchet strap. And I didn't really, I didn't like asking for help, for one. But it was embarrassing to me to be in a parking lot where everybody could see that I did not know what I was doing and still go ahead and try and keep my confidence about myself. Because when you jump into some new area where you think everybody else knows what they're doing and you're the only one who doesn't, and you don't want to be babied or, whatever, it makes you push yourself extra hard and just keep working at it. Instead of trying to rush out of the parking lot before you've secured your attachments and gotten your wood in right, and then also struggling to lift things up and everything else because your muscles aren't strong enough in front of everybody. All those things gnaw at your I'm an adult, or I need to be smarter than this kind of thing, and you get those kinds of feelings when you're wanting to be in a relationship or whatever it is, and just trying to make yourself remember those first time experiences where you're so embarrassed that you don't know what the hell you're doing is helpful to let you get yourself through some other experience where you feel like maybe you're weaker in some areas than your partner, or you're different in some kind of way, or whatever the case may be. Just think of something like that. You got through it and now you're good at it. And you don't worry about that at all anymore because you've done it so many times. And that's what that's one of the great things about life, is practice makes those nervy moments disappear. It really does. So I think that's the same case with letting somebody see you come out of your shell, I guess you would say. You're not trying, you're hopefully you come out of your shell even more when you're with somebody that you're with, your partner who you enjoy being with, because it'd be much more enjoyable. I'm thinking about my turtles right now. When I first got Shasta, I did not see her for several months, and then I finally saw her after I had surgery, And I was like jumping up for joy. I think I even recorded that moment. But one of the was that when? I don't know, but the first time that Shelly saw his new mate in the pond, he was like, I have never seen a turtle be so happy. He was happy for days. And I don't know, she was happy immediately about it, but it was like the way he was swimming differently and getting all close and rubbing on her. It was turtle love. And that's how you should be in a relationship. It should make you happy and acting different than your ordinary self that's maybe more structured and into whatever it is that you're into. Because it is happy feelings to get all fluttery and excited about your mate. We are almost done painting, and I'm not going to stop this video until we are. This is important to me that we have a finished experience here today. So is there anything else that we want to bring up? I think all of these ideas are good, are really good, because guess what? We're building something. And you can tell in both of our YouTube pages that we have built quite a lot because of our relationship with each other. Quite a lot. And that's something that we should both feel good about. And surely we'll continue to warm up to each other. Now I'm being sort of messy with this primer a little bit, and that's alright. I was getting into my tediousness after I'm done. There's a few touch-ups I need to make with everything. Now, Ren has asked me what kind of wedding that I want. My main thing is that I want to be able to dance. I want to do some fast-paced dancing where I really enjoy myself. That we're able, tap dancing is one thing that I want us to do together with actual tap shoes. But I also I'll pretty much do any kind of dancing, but I want tap dancing and I want swing dancing, a slow dance of some sort, but an eloquent. I want to have lots of twirliness type of dancing. Now we're talking about the actual wedding ceremony. I actually do want us to have that experience with a actual wedding party. I do. I think it would be very enjoyable. So what else should we bring up? I need to be done today. I'm ready to call it a day on work. Ren, what kind of dancing do you want? Uh-oh. I heard salsa dancing in my head. Now, what else, Ren? Congo? Tell me another one. Line dancing? Tell me another one. Reggae? Tell me another one. Muchacho. He really wants reggae music. Okay, well that's a good one. And what else? You want to do some break dancing? I would try that to, get down on the floor and do some things. He said, "Fuck yes." We can have dance competitions. Now, I think that you should also get me to get us to sing a song together, and then I want to do a solo song, and hopefully we can write that solo song together, and then we also do something in unison with microphones and everything. But I think part of the greatest thing about life is daring yourself to do things that make you scared. The healthy kind. So, that is definitely a good thing. Okay, we are finishing up here. You want me to sing a song right now? I don't have any song that I have memorized. It's a question that I could sing. How about I say, I've been found, I've been found, I've been found. Now I have looked at some types of clothing that I've been sent pictures of, and I assume that's a hint. That's a hint about, different cuff styles and different hems for dress pants. Now, of course, I would wear a dress. I would definitely wear a dress. I want a dress that twirls around. Now, as far as my hair gets styled, what would I do? A bun? Something wild and on top of my head like I always do, I'm sure. That's what feels like myself. Says what color in that part? I don't know. What color do you want me to wear, Ren? He wants me to wear white. Alright. With flair. He wants more traditional things. You know what you should get? like if you have preferences about stuff like that, I think it would be a turn on if you start letting me know what your preferences are. Buttercup. My buttercup. I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. I love you, I love you, I love you. That is enough for today. Now here's a little tidbit. When you have extra pieces of plywood, you can use them for stirring paint. That is something I break up and do quite often. So, and then if you put your paintbrush in a Ziploc baggie, it holds moisture, so you can just pick it up and paint with it the next day instead of soaking it in water and it being all full of water when you dip it in your paint. That's another. Okay, so I will show you our finished area. Now this is what we used right there. I see it. Let's stand out here. I get it from the other angle. You see? Primer is alright. And of course I know I got it on the ceiling a little bit, but I'll touch all that up. I have to caulk the ceiling anyway. So I love you. Thank you. And I appreciate you, Ren. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Enjoy your evening. I know it's well,